Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. Today's video is going to be a favorites video. I've got a ton of different products to talk about, so let's kick it off with the makeup products. I feel like my number one makeup product of the year has definitely been this blush duo from Patrick Ta. This is the blush duo in the shade She's So LA. This is essentially like a almost bronzer type blush. I just love the color of this. It might seem a little bit unassuming in the pan because I feel like when we think of blush, we think of like a bright pink or a peachy color, but this one is just so pretty on the skin. I do have a little bit of this on today on the apples of my cheeks and across the nose, but I did kind of layer it with something else up a little bit higher towards the temple. But I really love this duo. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to hitting pan on the cream portion of it, but I cannot believe that I have not even worn off the logo or imprint of the powder product because I've been using this non-stop for so many months. But it is really pigmented, so a little bit goes such a long way. I really, really love this one. I would love to try more shades, but I think what's so special about this one is the shade, so I've been trying not to pick up any other shades of this, but it's so good. I love the color, I love the formula. I cannot recommend that blush duo enough. I also feel like that would look really pretty on multiple different skin tones. I have really fair skin and I like how it looks on me with a light hand, but it's definitely pigmented enough, I think, to work on a ton of different people. My other makeup favorite is this custom palette from Natasha Denona. I created this and posted a video of it on my channel recently, but this is a custom palette of shadows made up of the My Dream palette, the Glam palette, and then the I Need a Nude palette, all from Natasha Denona. And this is the color story that I came up with. I have been reaching for this absolutely nonstop. I've been really, really loving it. I will go ahead and pop up a couple of photos of looks that I've created with my custom palette, and that's just a fraction of them because sometimes I forget to take a photo of the look, but I really have been enjoying this. I feel like I can get several different types of looks with it, and I've really been happy with every single look I've created using the palette. My third and final makeup favorite for right now is this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Glass Correct Primer. I have already used this up. It is empty. I do feel like I could maybe cut it open and get out some more of the product, but I cannot squeeze any more of this out. But I loved this and I've really been missing it. I'm trying to use up a couple other primers right now, but once I use those up, I am going to repurchase this. It is so good. I've just really been missing this. So it is considered a redness reducing primer. It's a green tinted primer, but as you blend it in, a lot of the greenness does go away. So I wouldn't rely on it solely for covering up redness, but what it does is provide a glass finished type of look to your skin before makeup. And like the name would suggest, I do feel like it does live up to that. I love how it sits underneath makeup. I've never had any issues with it layering weirdly with makeup, and I've used up the whole bottle, so I feel like I would have noticed it by now. But that's gonna be the primer that I repurchased. It's like $6. It's such a good one, and it's been a real staple favorite of mine, especially, of course, until I used it up. So definitely a good primer. Not technically makeup, but I do have a skincare favorite. This is the daily go-to sunscreen from Purito. This is SPF 50+, and I've really been enjoying this. It is very, very hydrating. It does not leave any sort of a white cast on my skin. I am very fair skinned, but I don't think that this would leave a white cast on really anyone. It blends in to not show any sort of color. This is a really, really nice SPF product. I have been using this nonstop. I'm almost out of it, and I think this will be the one that I repurchase once I finish up the other ones in my collection, but it's a very, very good SPF. I purchased mine on YesStyle, and you can always find a coupon code, and also a lot of times it's just on sale anyways, and then you can use the coupon code on top of that, so you can get it for a pretty affordable price. Let's talk about some jewelry favorites next. So the first ones I actually am wearing right now. So these earrings that are in my second piercing are from the brand called Studs, and they have several different options that have flat backs on them. So the back of the earring itself is flat, which means you can sleep on it, you can do whatever. You barely even notice that they're in your ear. I really don't notice that they're in my ear unless I'm like feeling for them. So they're really cool. The front piece actually comes a little bit bent, and then the back piece has like a barrel that the front piece fits into. So it really fits onto your ear nicely. It does come with 2 different size options as well, depending on what you need for your ear and how snug you want it to fit, which I think is a really nice touch. It's very smart to include that, but these are really good. I've had them in, wear them daily. they're just really, really great for a go-to pair of earrings. I really like them in my second piercing, so I feel like that's like the perfect second or third piercing type of earring because they're just so lightweight, you don't notice them, and they just look really pretty. I like this a lot. So mine is called the baguette style, and I have mine in gold. Another favorite earring has been this one from Francesca's. My husband bought these for me for Christmas. He picked them out, and I've really been loving them. Again, I sleep in these, I wear them all the time, and they've held up really nicely. I really like them a lot, but they have a little hoop, so they're really comfortable, and I honestly don't have to worry about them falling out. And then other than those, I have also just been really into gold hoops. I feel like I go in and out of phases where I like to wear a lot of hoop earrings, but these have been some of my favorite styles. So this first hoop earring is a lot larger than the other one. I did get it from Target, and I will say that the closure on it is not like the highest quality or anything, but I still really like this, and I like the look that it gives. It's just a lot of fun. And I feel like I wear these a lot on a Friday. I don't know. I just feel like it feels very Friday. And then the other little hoop that I have, these were gifted to me. I'm not really sure where my friend got them from, but I think that they look really classy. They're not as large as the other hoop that's from Target, so they're not as much of a statement, but they're still really pretty. And I like how they have like a texture on them. And they're also not quite as like gold. They have a hint of pink in them, almost like a rose gold, somewhere in the middle, I would say. But I really like those. Overall, I've just been very into gold hoop earrings. Keeping on the jewelry train, another favorite of mine has been this ring. This is from Etsy. This has my puppy dog's paw print on it, Henry. And I had sent a picture of the paw print to the creator. I will link the Etsy site below where I purchased this ring from. It was very affordable and it's held up very nicely, I will say. But I sent them a photo of Henry's paw print and they engraved it on this ring. And you can even pick if it goes onto a circle or an oval. And Henry had a very elongated paw. He's a very big dog and they're just very long. So his paw print was really more of an oval shape, as you can see here. I'll go ahead and insert too the photo of the paw print that I sent the creator, and then also on the inside you can have it engraved, so it's hard to show a little bit, but the inside of mine does say Henry, and it's just a really nice touch. Of course that part is less visible, but I know that it's there and it's really special to me, so I've really been loving that. Another Henry related item, you guys will probably see this end up in my gallery wall back there at some point, but I need to have it professionally framed because I want to make sure that no dust can get to this. But I love this. I cried when I saw it. It was so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So I'm gonna try not to cry right now, but we had a friend come over and take some photos, and our dogs were standing like this in one of the photos that had me and my husband in it. And so I sent the photo to an artist on Etsy again, and I asked them if they could create the photo but not with the humans in it and just paint the dogs, because it just looked like Perry was hugging Henry, and it just really, that picture did a lot to me. But I sent them that, and this is what they sent back. I did not have them retouch anything. They said that you can go back and forth with changes until it's perfect for you, but I was so just, I don't know, it took my breath away. I was so speechless when this came in as a proof, and it was perfect, and I just absolutely love it. So this is a watercolor photo. I did have them send me the digital version, but I'm just absolutely in love with this. They did such a good job. I will cherish this for my entire life, and I cannot recommend this enough. My husband got me this for my birthday, and it's just absolutely perfect. So in love with it. So I'm definitely going to link below both of the artists, the one that created this and then the one that created the ring as well, because these are just very, very special pieces that I will always very much so cherish. Okay, so speaking about dogs, I have also been really enjoying just prioritizing spending time outside and spending time with my puppy dog, Perry. So I've been hanging out at home a lot more lately. I say that, but I've kind of been doing that for like a long time, but I've been trying to be more intentional about spending time with Perry at home, and especially outside now that the weather is cooling off. So a couple weekends ago, we just laid outside and I read my book, and I say that we read our book, but she laid there with me. And so it was just really nice to just spend some more time with her. And so I've just really been trying to prioritize that, and that in itself has been a favorite. I think sometimes we get a little bit too focused on favorite items and we forget about favorite experiences, and I'm just really trying to remind myself to live in the moment. And I did put this into effect last weekend because I ended up taking a very spontaneous and last minute trip to San Diego, California. I had a great time. I was able to visit with a family member there, and it was just the best weekend ever. So I'm really glad that I did that. I didn't have very much notice, so we decided to do this on a Friday. I went Saturday and came back Sunday, and I was back at work on Monday. So it was just super spontaneous, but taking time to be in the moment and just kind of go with the flow of whatever kind of comes along really has been something I'm trying to prioritize. I'm trying to slow down overall, but because I slowed down and didn't make any plans or any goals of sorts, like a to-do list for that weekend, I was able to just pick up and go. And that felt really, really freeing. I can't tell you the last time I did something like that. It was just super, super nice, and it is exactly what I needed. It was like the perfect reset. I had a great time, and I just really recommend overall just trying to be in the present moment. Don't always be trying to work on your to-do list. I do that too. Even right now, I'm thinking like when I get done filming, I need to do this and then this and then this. Slow down. That's what I'm reminding myself of, and so I'm hoping to remind you guys of this as well, because it's really been helping me shift my mindset right now and helping me feel a lot more at peace. This year has not been the most peaceful year to me after losing my cherished little puppy dog, Henry. So living in the moment and trying to enjoy the present time and not just long for the past or hope for the future when I maybe don't feel some type of way, it's really not realistic right now. So living in the moment has just been very, very peaceful and helpful for my mental health. So another thing about staying home is that I've been really, really trying to cook more at home. So I do think it'll be fun to share some of my favorite recipes. I'm going to link some of those down below. I get a lot of my recipes from Pinterest, so I'm going to go ahead and pop up some photos here on the screen. I will number them so you guys can check the link based on the number of the photos that you're seeing. So I usually kind of pick a recipe and then I might switch it up. Like if I need a small amount of one ingredient, but you have to buy it in a large amount and it's not something I typically use, I honestly try to substitute it or completely leave it out. That's just a personal preference, but I don't really want to buy a whole ingredient, just use like a tiny bit of that. That's just something that I will do, but for the most part, I do follow the recipes, so I hope that you guys will check those out because some of them are really good. I actually made 2 really good recipes last night to have for lunches and dinners throughout the week, and it's been really nice to be able to kind of batch cook. It's a lot of work at the moment, but then it does pay off, like today, having a home-cooked meal for lunch and dinner, but I didn't have to do the cooking today was really nice, and I appreciated myself from yesterday for doing that. So spending more time at home, trying to cook more for myself and not going out to eat so much. Going out to eat is so expensive. And this is something that me and my husband really realized in our own lives and our own budget, that spending money for eating out is just so expensive, and it really does add up. So we've been really trying to just stay in more and cook more at home. So a lesson that we've learned is sometimes when you need something quick, fast food really isn't that fast, and you might end up sitting there for a long time waiting for it, versus just staying at home and trying to figure out something that you can cook with what you already have will save you hopefully a lot of time. So in spending time at home, to not make myself, or not allow myself, I should say, to just work on to-do lists, work on the house, work on this, work on that, find all these projects, edit, film all of the time, I've been really trying again to take a step back, and I've been trying to read more. So that leads me to my next set of favorites. So these are 2 of my favorite books right now. So I'm just really excited about them. So the first one is actually Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then the second one is The Ballad of Never After. These are really, really great books. They're both by Stephanie Garber, and the third one in the trilogy is actually coming out in about a month at the end of October. So I'm really pumped for that. I cannot wait to read the third book. I'm really anxious to see how the whole series is going to end, but this is such a good book series so far. I devoured this. It's just a really, really great read. It will really suck you in. I feel like each chapter in and of itself almost has a whole plot line. At least it catches your attention like that. So I really appreciated that for getting me out of a massive reading slump. I do have a reading vlog on these, so if you guys are in the mood for a lengthy reading vlog, lots of montages, kind of put it on in the background, I do have that on my channel. I know reading vlogs are not for everyone, but I had a good time filming it, so I'm just gonna kind of put that plug out there. But those books are really incredible, and if you want more of my thoughts on that, I did break that down between spoiler and non-spoiler, so the spoilers are at the very end, and I give you plenty of warning. Okay, so on with the reading theme, something that I've been really enjoying is like the cozy vibe. So specifically what I've been loving are lamps. You guys can see that I got some new lamps, they're in my background, and I'm just really loving them. I also have some fairy lights on around my computer that I've really been enjoying. I can show you guys a clip of that or a photo here. And I just feel like it's so nice, it's so cozy to not have the overhead light on. I feel like it's nicer to my head and my headaches, so I really appreciate it for that as well. But overall, for some reason, I've just been kind of obsessed with lamps lately. I found these lamps in the background. I'll insert a closer clip of them, but I found them on Facebook Marketplace. They were $50 for the set, and they came with the shades and the lamp and everything. The part that I love is the actual bottom, like the crystal lamp itself. I'm debating on whether or not I want different lamp shades, but for now I'm kind of into it. I'm just gonna stick with the ones they came with, but been really loving lamps. Definitely would recommend looking on Facebook Marketplace. The lamps I was finding online are so incredibly expensive. I cannot bring myself to spend that kind of money on a lamp, but there is one on Etsy that I really like, and I kind of want to put it on my desk. Do I need another lamp? I don't know, but I really want one. Segueing into my next favorite, let's talk about my favorite reading YouTuber right now. So my favorite booktuber right now is Haley Pham. I have been loving her videos. They're so fast-paced and they're so energetic. She just has a really good personality. I really like to watch her videos. I like to watch her husband's videos too, Ryan Trahan. They are just a fun couple to watch. I just love the energy that they give off. They're kind of awkward, they're kind of silly. I really like that. So Haley Pham has just really fun reading videos. I've been watching a bunch of her old ones, and again, she was one that just really helped me get out of my reading slump. She's also read the 2 of these books and really enjoyed them, so that made me want to pick them up even more, even though shout out to my friend for sending these to me for my birthday, because I had never actually really heard of them or realized that I've heard of them in one of Haley's videos before, but she sent them to me, and so I read them in like a week and a half total, and I really loved them. Obviously they're in this video, but yeah, shout out to my friend for sending me those. But Haley Pham's videos are so fun to watch. Another favorite YouTuber of mine is Exo McKenna. You guys know I love her channel. She has a ton of videos on DIY, renovation, just home improvement, design, all kinds of stuff. She does vlogs. She just got back from France where she went with her mom and her boyfriend, and those videos are just so much fun to watch. She loves to go antique shopping and thrift shopping and just upcycling things, and she just has a really keen eye for design. I love what she's doing with her home. Just so incredible. Jumping back towards Haley Pham, she got me into wanting to have a couple more fun drinks. If you know, you know. But really though, I used to drink so much Sprite, and even before then I used to drink a bunch of Coke, and then I stopped drinking Coke completely almost 2 years ago now. Drank a bunch of Sprite and was trying to find a more healthy alternative, which led me into the Olipop and Poppy drinks, which are prebiotic sodas. Poppy, if you want to sponsor me, like, please. But I have really been loving their raspberry one, but honestly, they're all really good. I actually started a highlight reel on my Instagram with fun drink ratings, so if you guys are interested to see any of my favorite or least favorite flavors from either one of those brands, go ahead and check that out. But I've been really loving the raspberry one from Poppy, and then I also really like the strawberry vanilla one from Olipop. The cola one from Poppy is also 10 out of 10, so good. So definitely go check out that highlight reel if you want to see that for me, because I have tried now maybe like 6 or 7 that I've put on the reel, and a lot of them are really good. And then my last favorite is a hair care favorite. So this is the shampoo from Amika. This is the Normcore Signature Shampoo. I love this shampoo so much. The reason that I love this is the way that it makes my hair feel and look the day after. It almost gives it like a lot of texture. I tend to have pretty like slippery type hair, like it's very shiny and slippery. So a lot of times it doesn't hold any volume, or it doesn't really look anything except for like really sleek down to the bottom unless I curl the ends. But this gives me a lot of texture, and it also helps me to have more volume at the root of my hair, and it also just helps my hair feel super clean. I really like this. It also smells really good, and a little bit goes a long way. So for some reason, this one's just really worked well for me. If you struggle with kind of fine hair, like I have a lot of hair, but each piece is very fine, and I feel like this is the perfect shampoo if that sounds like you. If you have fine hair, I really do think you would like this. Maybe try and pick up a mini of it if you want to try that out. But those are all of my favorites right now, both makeup and lifestyle and everything in between basically. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what your favorite products are right now. I would love to hear it. And especially if you've got any good book recommendations, let me know, because I'm looking for some other stuff to read right now. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.